So we've been through a lot in the last week. This club, our players, the organization has been through a lot in the last week. And I understand that most people watching from afar probably don't really get it, but we've been living it. So went through a really hard incident last week in the LA match. And we made a vow to ourselves, to our community, to our players, to the club, to USL, that we would not stand for bigotry, homophobic slurs, things that don't belong in our game. And so much so that on our signboards, we made a statement saying, I will act, I will speak, right? So if something happens, I'm going to speak about it and I'm going to act about it. Because last week, our one regret was we should have done something in the moment when Elijah was racially abused. And that was our regret. From our players, from me, I wish we would have done something. And had we known what had happened, I think we would have done something. So we also agreed with Phoenix before the game. Our players reached out to their players and said in the 71st minute, which was the minute that it happened to Elijah last week, we were going to stop the game. We were going to hold a banner together that said, I will act, I will speak, I will act. Because we don't want to just talk about it. We actually want to do it, and we wanted to send a message. So in the end of the first half, Colin came over to the fourth official after crazily somehow he got red carded. And told the fourth official that he had been abused by a homophobic slur by one of their players. And when I heard that, I lost it, because I know what this team has gone through. I know how hard it was for them to even take the field tonight, given everything that happened. And then for it to happen again a week later was just devastating for me. So it was a really difficult, probably 20 minutes, because our players, in the heart of the moment and the passion of the moment, still wanted to play. I mean, they were kicking Phoenix's ass, right? And that's a great feeling as a soccer player. But if we want to be true to who we are as a club, we have to speak and we have to act. So after halftime, we all decided that if the player who used the homophobic slur was not removed from the game, either through the officials or through their coach, that we were not going to play. Because if they're not willing to act, then we have to act. We have no choice. I asked the referee to do something about it. He said he couldn't. He said he heard the word. He knew the word was said, but he didn't know what it means. He doesn't know what that means, so he couldn't interpret it, and he didn't want to send him off because he doesn't know what the word means. Fair enough. I can understand that. If you don't speak another language, he doesn't speak whatever that was, Jamaican, then that's fine. I also then went to their coach and said, I just want to be really clear on this. We've had a really hard week. He and I talked about it before the game, about how much we've been through. And I just said, if you don't pull the player off the field, if you don't sub him off, our players are not going to play, because we have to make a stand. So either you do it or else we're going to have to do it. And he said, I'm not going to sub him off the field. I said, okay, that's fair. That's your choice. And then our guys, to their immense credit, just said, we're not going to stand for this. They were very clear in that moment that they were giving up all hopes of making the playoffs, even though they were beating one of the best teams in the league handedly. But they said it doesn't matter. There's things more important in life, and we have to stick up for what we believe in. And so they made the decision to walk off. And I have tremendous pride in this group, and I'm really proud of this organization that I get to be a part of it.